friends, remember getting us for the holidays? You're like...
A dazzling place I never knew.
A lot saved up.
People with type 2 diabetes are excited about the their blood sugar and reached an A1C of year study showed that Ozempic does not increase the risk of major. Ozempic should not be the first medicine for treating diabetes or for people with type vomiting.
And I know it's gonna be a lovely every breath you take is someone's death in another.
Now tell me, can you feel it?
Starting that offering, and then the process was simplified immensely.
It thus becomes imperative that a medium be used which lessens or narrows
No visible horizon can be very disoriented, lead to vertigo and disorientation.
The Marines in the fighter jet ejected from their aircraft, and a locator beacon would have guided rescuers to their location. A raft could have been deployed from the ejection seat if the Marines were conscious, but neither was found in a raft. The Marine who survived was in the 60-degree water for 4 hours. The one who did not was in the water for 10. We are told that the surviving Marine is in fair condition and walking, but there is growing concern about the frequency of military aviation accidents, which a Military Times report says have climbed nearly 40% in the last 5 years. Cecilia?
A lot of questions there. Okay, many leaving coins on the rails for the train to run over and flatten. Some
go back to Jen.
And cancer. Some serious infections require hospitalization. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or flu-like symptoms or sores, have had cancer or developed
skin. The farm to skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
Center is total inspiration.
Spider-Woman.
Sweet, irreverent, and daring. The year's best movie.
Spider-Man swings in, zip, zap, zop in his little mask and answers to mobile.
Man, you're December 14th.
Camps to help.
And 2 men who, in the wake of a tragic accident, all of them will learn a lot from them. But first, a check of your local news.
Am I willing?
Year has named Green Book Best Picture of the Year and Viggo Mortensen Best Actor.
Nice, huh? Beautiful.
And now it's been nominated for 5 Golden Globes, including Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Picture.
That was a good time.
Green Book, rated PG-13, now playing.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Girl, Pepto Ultra Coating will treat your stomach right.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Alexa, turn on the popcorn maker.
Good call. I love storms.
See what your lashes are missing. Try Lash Paradise Mascara from L'Oreal Paris.
We came to Burlington to buy a coat.
Well, look what we found. I got holiday decorations.
Barware.
Coffee and chocolate. Makeup. Christmas dinner.
Amazing electronics.
All the great brands at a fraction of the cost.
Now we know why Burlington isn't Coat Factory anymore.
When your hands are busy, your mind gets right. When your hands are busy, you can't point fingers and complain that life isn't fair. When your hands are busy, you're serving your family, your friends, and your community. When your hands are busy, you show everyone what you're capable of.
Like no other.
Your News 4 New York live update starts now.
Good morning. Here's a live look at the inbound approach to the George Washington Bridge. There are currently 30-minute delays. The fire is under investigation. Let's take a look at the morning commute. Here's Lauren Scala.
Thanks, Darlene. There are system-wide delays right now for path commuters, and everything else as far as the rails go is on or close to schedule, but NJ Transit did cancel 7 trains this morning. On the Garden State Parkway southbound, there's an accident by exit 147 causing a slow ride. Also, one
ready for this your whole life.
You think you can change the country?
This is just the beginning.
On the Basis of Sex, rated PG-13, in select theaters Christmas Day.
It remains dry and calm.
On stage this holiday season.
One school's history of tradition. One student's chance to make history. From the Academy Award-winning author of Moonlight, Choir Boy, on Broadway.
Back now, 7:30 on this Friday morning with a view. We never get tired of that. Of course, is our Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, and right beside it, another New York City icon. Did you know that FAO Schwartz just opened around the corner? People will be spending a lot of their holiday time shopping there. There's usually a long line of people out there.
Exclusively, who has been chosen, whether it's a person or a group of people, we will find out exclusively right here on Tuesday.
Why don't we get a check of our headlines today? More than parts of Western North Carolina could be
tweets and stand-up routines that critics called homophobic. He tweeted, "I have made the choice to step down from hosting this year's Oscars. This is because I do not want to become a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists." And he added, "I sincerely apologize to the LGBTQ community for my insensitive words from my past." Hart had been announced about the job just 3 days ago. No immediate word on his replacement.
Now to that incredible run in last night's football game. Everyone's going to be talking about it this morning and for weeks to come. Here it is. Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Second quarter, Titans running back Derrick Henry taking the ball from his own 1-yard line. Goes down the sideline, proceeds to shed would-be tacklers, stiff arming one at a time.
He might go 99 yards for the touchdown.
He did go all the way, 99 yards. It ties the NFL record for longest touchdown run in league history. Tony Dorsett with the Cowboys, he did it back in 1983. By the way, the Titans went on to roll over the Jaguars last night, 30-9. Derrick Henry had a phenomenal game.
I bet he's watching highlight reels this morning. I would be.
The whole game was a highlight reel.
Wow. All right, in other news this morning, yet another high-profile figure
forward with sexual misconduct allegations against Neil deGrasse Tyson. The astrophysicist turned TV host denies an allegation of rape, while the networks that broadcast his shows, Fox and National Geographic, are investigating. We've reached out to all 3 accusers, and one of them sat down with us to tell her story.
This is our planet.
Neil deGrasse Tyson takes one of the country's most well-known scientists, is accused by at least 3 women of sexual misconduct over a number of years, ranging from inappropriate behavior to unwelcome touching to rape.
I feel better. I'm not scared.
Tachia Ahmet Almat says she and Tyson were friends, and then I remember being intimate only a few times, all at her apartment. But the chemistry wasn't there. So 14 blog post tells BuzzFeed the 60-year-old made an unwelcome sexual advance in his home, holding her shoulders and saying, "I want to hug you so bad right now, but I know that if I do, I'll just want more." Tyson confirms on Facebook he made a similar comment, but says, "My intent was to express restrained but genuine affection." Tyson says he welcomes the investigations into his behavior being conducted by both Fox and National Geographic TV networks. Accusations can damage a reputation and a marriage, he writes, sometimes irreversibly. NBC News has not independently verified the women's allegations. We have reached out to Tyson for a response, but he's not commenting beyond what he wrote online. As for Almat's allegation, Tyson accuses the reporter who published.
Al's a busy man today. Good morning.
That's right. Got a lot of cold air to talk about today. This morning, right now, it feels like 14 in Burlington, 19 in Cleveland, 9 in Kansas City. Asheville feels like 29 degrees. And as we move into Saturday morning, the wind chill will feel like 7.
Thank you, Al. The chill keeps coming. Temperatures this afternoon no better than the mid and upper 30s. Normal high is 46. It stays quiet until Friday of next week when some rain moves in with highs in the upper 40s.
And that is your latest weather, Savannah.
All right, Al, thank you. Coming up, is it time to consider sending your children to video game with kids just a little too?
Do you like paying for things that you don't need?
No.
And do you want to get things you love for free?
Who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Right.
Dad, Apple Music.
He gets it.
Proven to shorten colds.
I am a Zyfan for Zycam.
Oral or nasal. When it comes to milk, Fairlife is ultra filtered for 50% more protein and 50% less sugar. It's an oh so good, one of a kind of milk. Fairlife.
Why?
I'm going to change this now.
Dad, what do you think?
I like it. Spend a lifetime trying. I'm going to change this. Ripping out pages. I'm going to change this now. Hey sis.
We are back as Carson joins us with in-depth today. This morning, the holiday shopping and shipping frenzy.
I can't believe this, but Christmas is just a little bit over 2 weeks away.
not satisfied with luring shoppers.
Overwhelming to some.
I'm here for a day and a half and I'm going to get it all done.
So this year, you're in luck. May only get better as the holiday panic Saturday by some. For next,
Kristen, thanks for that, by the way. Up next, new details on that wild story about Diane Keaton's lost wallet. We're going to hear from the man who found that 50 years later, coming up right after this.
I wouldn't know who she is.
It is now.
Vice, rated R.
I wanted more from my COPD medicine. That's why I've got the power of 1, 2, 3 medicines in Trelegy. The only FDA-approved 3-in-1 COPD treatment.
Trelegy, the power of 1, 2, 3. Trelegy, 1, 2, 3. Trelegy.
With Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3, I'm breathing better. Trelegy works 3 ways: to open airways, keep them open, and reduce inflammation for 24 hours of better breathing.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy.
Welcome back. Okay, yesterday we told you about that guy who found a wallet. It was lost by Oscar-winning actress Diane Keaton 50 years ago.
It's a remarkable story, right? This morning, that guy's opening up about his discovery in an abandoned storage locker, and the wallet and the precious memories it holds will soon be back where they belong.
Memories lost a half a century ago, now found.
That is where you've been all this time?
First treasure hunter Anton Lerzura didn't think much of this old wallet he found in an abandoned storage unit he won at an auction.
I open up the wallet and I'm looking through the pictures and they're all black and white.
The face looked familiar, but he couldn't place it.
Clearly you have no idea who I am.
The name on the driver's license, Diane Hall. An actor's equity card, another name, Diane Keaton.
If it has my name on it, then I guess it's mine.
Like, see The Godfather, like, I love that movie.
He did?
This is the same lady that's in The Godfather.
Anton says he reached out to the Oscar winner with no luck. Then Keaton saw his story, posting one of the lost childhood photos on Instagram saying, "Can you believe those bangs?" Keaton also tweeting, "This is the craziest story. I don't remember losing this, but I'm not surprised because I've lost my wallet many times. Thank you, Mr. Lerzura."
And that, to me, that's a big thing, you know, for someone to say that, thank you, a celebrity, to reach out to you.
Anton has sent the wallet back to be reunited with its rightful owner.
Diane, I'm glad you're getting your wallet back. Don't lose it.
Sports, NBC News, Los Angeles.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I should have had like a dry cleaning ticket. That's a lottery. Yeah. Straight ahead, what happened when Dolly Parton played a game of Dolly would or Dolly wouldn't?
And we'll introduce you to 2 men who chose friendship over anger after the tragedy that changed both of their lives. Their story of hope and forgiveness coming up after your local news.
Being a good father is important to me. So being diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer made me think of all the things that I wanted to teach my kids.
Another true story with Keytruda.
My doctor said I could start on Keytruda, so I did. With each scan, things just got better.
In a clinical study, Keytruda offered patients a longer life than chemotherapy, and it could be your first treatment. Keytruda is for adults with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, who test positive for PD-L1, and whose tumors do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. It's the immunotherapy with the most FDA-approved uses for advanced lung cancer. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work. This can happen anytime during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heartbeat, constipation, changes in pain, confusion.
All the great brands at a fraction of the cost. Christmas shopping at Burlington.
I think we're all done. My mom washes the dishes before she puts them in the dishwasher. So what does the dishwasher do?
Cascade Platinum does the work for you. Pre-washing and removing stuck-on foods the first time.
Wow, that's clean.
Cascade Platinum. How do you like your coffee?
New. Inspired by the year the Folger Coffee Company began. With a bold yet smooth taste. 1850 coffee.
Prevent gum disease and bad breath.
Never settle for 25%. Always go for 100. Bring out the bold.
Are you going to row?
No, are you?
The boy rows.
I don't row.
What do you mean you don't row? Everybody rows.
Then go ahead and row.
Pick up that oar.
It was your idea to get into a rowboat.
Pick up that oar.
This is going very well.
Give Joy, get Joy at Kohl's Surprise Saturday. You'll get surprise Kohl's cash with any in-store purchase. Plus, take an extra 25% off. Save on sweaters, family outerwear, and kitchen electrics. Plus, take $10 off when you spend $50 or more. Give Joy, get Joy Saturday at Kohl's.
Last night, Fallon and SNL host Jason Momoa had a trident throwing tournament.
7.
Your News 4 New York live update starts now.
Good morning. Here's a live look at the inbound approach to the Holland Tunnel, where you're in for 30-minute delays at 7:56 on a Friday morning, December 7th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez. 2 separate child luring attempts have parents on high alert in New Jersey. They happened on Tuesday and Wednesday near Gilbert Avenue School in Elmwood Park. Both students say 2 men met in a dark minivan, approached them, and asked if they wanted a ride. The children then ran away. The incidents happened after school. Police are expected to increase patrols in the area. Cardi B is due back in a Queens courtroom today, and if she doesn't appear, the rapper could face a bench warrant. Cardi was scheduled to be arraigned Monday in connection with a fight at a Flushing strip club, but that day her attorney told the judge the rapper had a prior engagement and would not be there. Another emergency evacuation at the Time Warner Center last night. We're told somebody called and claimed there were bombs around the building. Police found nothing. And Hoboken.
Critics everywhere agree.
I lied, I stole, and worse.
Nothing Nicole Kidman has done can prepare you for Destroyer.
You chose to play cops and robbers, and you lost.
And is now Golden Globe Award nominated for Best Actress. She delivers a brilliant and harrowing performance. Destroyer is beautiful, heartbreaking, cinematic perfection.
I just want to do one good thing.
Destroyer, rated R, in select theaters Christmas Day.
Got today's ultimate hot list for the holidays. Great gifts for every person on your list. Today, Friday, December 7th, 2018.
It's like 1, 2, 3, just as easy as can be.
Hi to our family. It's Hamilton, Alabama. From Chicago. Hi, Dad. Family trip from Georgia.
For my 16th birthday.
Just that simple, it's simple.
Friday morning, doesn't that feel good?
TGIF.
Thank you for starting your day. Happen very often. A massive storm is heading east from California, and Al is all over it. Al, good morning.
Hey, good morning. 18.5 inches of rain so far for the year. San Antonio over 8, Shreveport over 7, so more rain on top of this going to cause massive problems and flooding. Here's what we're looking at. Coast-to-coast storm impacts. Torrential rain and flooding through Sunday. Anywhere from 8 to 10 inches of rain in parts of Texas and Louisiana. Hourly rainfall rates 2 to 3 inches of rain. Icing from Texas into the Carolinas and Virginia. Dangerous freezing rain. And the snow, while it's fairly light, Texas and Oklahoma, as we make our way to the east, here's where we see the biggest impacts. An early heavy season snowfall. Boone, North Carolina, 1.5 feet possible. Asheville, 1 foot. 6 to 10 in Greensboro. Charlotte, North Carolina, 4 to 8. Roanoke, Virginia, 4 to 6 inches of snow. Here are the impacts on Friday. Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, Memphis, all because of the rain. The roads and icing for Amarillo, 35 and I-40, Dallas to Houston on I-35, and then Saturday, again, airports, Dallas, Oklahoma City, Memphis, Atlanta gets involved on the roads, I-20, I-55, I-40, and on Sunday, it's mostly in the mid-Atlantic states, Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, Atlanta, and Orlando, and on the roads, I-75, I-85, and I-95, Jacksonville to Richmond. We're going to be tracking this all weekend long, guys.
All right, Al, thank you. Comedian Kevin Hart stunned the entertainment world overnight by dropping out as the newly named host of the...
After the widely popular comedian was chosen to host the Oscars, he called it the gig of a lifetime. Just as excitement was growing, some of his old tweets were shared by critics. In one now deleted, Hart wrote, "Yo, if my son's going to break it over his head and say in my voice, stop, that's gay." Hart, who's now 39 years old, says he's matured and grown. Today, there is no word on who could replace him. Hoda?
All right, Miguel, thank you.
Now, this morning, there's a nationwide recall underway for infant ibuprofen sold at CVS, Walmart, and Family Dollar stores. Some bottles contain more of the pain-relieving and fever-reducing drug than what's listed on the label. Too much ibuprofen can cause nausea, stomach pain, ringing in the ears as well. There's even a risk of kidney damage in babies who are sensitive to higher concentrations. The medicine was sold under the brand names Family Wellness, Equate, and CVS Health.
Well, that's the news. Only one thing left.
What is it?
The booze.
You got it. All right, a holiday stunt inspired by the Will Ferrell movie Elf has taken off on social media.
Hey, pillow fight. Pillow fight.
That's firefighter Brendan Edwards. He dressed up like Buddy the Elf, and he walks up to complete strangers, tosses them a pillow. This all happens in Boston, and challenges them to pillow fights. He hopes the video will remind people to stop and have some fun during the hectic holiday rush. Can you imagine if someone came up to you and tossed your pillow? Go!
Just go for it. Get in.
And people are going for it.
They're tuned in.
I love that. Just ahead. Are your kids playing a little too much Fortnite? Or maybe your Carson Daly is. Maybe they need to go to video game rehab, the surprising step being taken by more parents.
Plus, a remarkable story of forgiveness that struck a chord with me, and hopefully it'll inspire you too. How two men built an unlikely friendship in the wake of agonizing heartbreak. But first, these messages.
Find a song, and sing it round, 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 and with ties so strong that your hearts are bound. The ones you found for you.
I was on the road 60 hours a week to provide for this family. This is the last one.
The Mule. Rated R.
Eau de parfum intense. Coco Mademoiselle, Chanel.
Experience the world's finest fragrance collection at Macy's, the gift destination.
Well, used to first dates. You look amazing.
And you look amazingly comfortable.
When your V-neck looks more like a U-neck, that's when you know it's half-washed. Add Downy to keep your collars from stretching. Unlike detergent alone, Downy conditions to smooth and strengthen fibers. So next time, don't half-wash it. Downy, and it's done.
A whole new way to care for newborns is born. New Johnson's Cotton Touch Wash and Lotion. Made with real cotton and enhances your gentle touch. A new soft. A new touch. A new gentle. New Johnson's Cotton Touch. Choose gentle.
I'm watching that.
Every Christmas is memorable. But a gift from Kay Jewelers makes it unforgettable. This holiday, save up to 30% store-wide at Kay.
Hey, quick question. Do you like paying for things that you don't need?
No.
And do you want to get things you love for free?
Who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Right.
Dad, Apple Music.
He gets it. This guy gets it.
Get 6 months free Apple Music on the network you deserve.
Time for today's talker, and today a unique solution to something that's facing a lot of families right now.
That's right. If you're a parent or me, you know that Fortnite's Season 7 has begun. But what do you do if you're a little worried about all that time that your husband, kids, spend playing the popular game? NBC's Joe Fryer explains some parents are taking a drastic step, sending their kids to video game rehab.
Like so many popular games, Fortnite plunges players into a virtual multiplayer world.
Wow!
Well, in the real world, the game's creator now says more than 200 million people have registered accounts. That's up 60% since June. Now, a new poll by Common Sense Media and SurveyMonkey finds 61% of teens have played Fortnite, and about 24% of parents whose kids play it express concerns about how much time they play.
Well, this year, the drug of choice, as we call it, is Fortnite.
Michael Jacobus runs Reset Summer Camp, a 4-week program that focuses on teen tech addiction. He says of the 120 kids who attended this year, about 60% were playing Fortnite excessively.
Do they realize they might be playing it too much?
Usually not. They think they're playing it just fine. Most of the kids who come to our camps will say things like, I don't have a problem, I don't need to be here.
When kids are at your camp, is it like a detox?
Yes, absolutely. Most of these kids have been staying up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. They have terrible eating and sleeping habits. So it takes us about a week to get everybody on the same schedule and on the same nutritional plan.
The camp focuses on all types of technology, not just Fortnite. RJ Morris was playing
computer games.
With no devices for a whole month, the camp focuses on therapy and teaching life skills like cooking and laundry.
I like to think that I'm a bit more mature. I've been managing my time with electronics quite a bit better. I'm just all around improved.
His family now uses a timer to limit his play time.
I want you to be ending the game when the timer goes off.
Coolio, can do.
But he still can play. After all, technology is not going away.
We tell kids, we're not telling you not to game. We're not telling you never to be on social media. It's in your world, it's in your life, it's going to be exposed to you. So we just want you to use it in a healthy, self-moderated way.
For parents worried specifically about Fortnite, Common Sense Media recommends setting limits based on time or the number of rounds they play.
Goes to school, he makes his bed before he gets up. He's got to go to CCD, this Catholic thing. He's got his music class. He does mixed martial arts. He's got to do his homework.
We're not worried about your 9-year-old.
Oh.
We're worried about you.
I make my bed the Today Show. I host The Voice. When I'm done with my chores, I should be able to play Fortnite season 7.
Until you want to.
That's the problem.
It's a piece of cake.
But our parents did the same thing, right? They set limits. So your parents,
Oh my gosh, I remember in junior high phone time, I was allowed to have 1 hour.
How long would you talk on the phone for?
Well, if I could, I would sit on the phone for hours. My sister and I, we didn't have call waiting because, you know, it's the 80s. And my dad would always be like,
the busy
I
signal.
don't understand what you're doing. What are you talking about? Do your business and get off the phone. And we would be like, hi. What are you going to wear tonight?
Hey, do you remember emergency break-ins? You could break in.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I'd be like, emergency break-in from Moses? Yes, I remember it well.
You're a busy man. You got pop star.
Yeah, let's get to it. And first, we're going to start. Dolly Parton has been on a press tour for her new movie Dumpling, and last night.
If I was with you, now we're girlfriends. We wouldn't do that. Now, George.
You've got to choose sex with Chandler. Why not?
Why not? He would forget.
All right.
Okay.
Finally.
You got out of that one.
I did. I already did it.
There you go.
All right.
Their movie Dumpling is out on Netflix today, as a matter of fact. Up next, 6-minute marathon with Savannah. Recently debuted, and this is a new digital series where you ask questions, I guess as many as you can answer in only 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Last week, she sat down with Jeff Goldblum. This week, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel star Rachel Brosnahan and Alex Borstein took the challenge, and we have some of that for you.
When was the moment you felt like I've made it, or has that moment not come yet?
I'm not sure that moment ever comes. I feel
Yeah.
like if you feel like it's come, it's about to end.
Yeah, I think it's hedonistic adaptation. I think we're never gonna feel like we're done or satisfied.
That reminds me, since you use such a good word, hedonistic, what is a degree in rhetoric all about?
I have a BA and BS. That's what I like to say.
That you're either really quick or you've been asked that before.
Both.
That's good. That's the show.
She's funny.
So funny.
That's the show, right?
Yeah,
that
they
is
were really
the show.
funny. I said, if you have any regrets, and she was like, this interview.
It's honest. Want to see a full episode of that 6-minute marathon, you can head to today.com. Guys, and finally, just last month, Bryan Cranston was here in the studio, and he was telling us about the new play that he's doing called Network, and he was saying that it's really interactive. Well, apparently he wasn't kidding, because just last night, Al Roker here and our executive producer, Libby Least, found themselves, as you see, there's the play. Bryan Cranston wedged was in between them. Was that Brian, right?
That was Brian, yes. That
what was happening?
As Howard Beale. He gets ready to start talking to the audience. He says, let me come down amongst you. And then comes down and works his way into our row and sits on the armrest between Libby and myself, which is not very comfortable. And he was pulling on Libby's hair, kind of. So
but that was like all part of the show.
Part of the show.
An intermission.
Okay.
How was this show, by the way?
The show's terrific. I mean, it's a tour de force performance by him and everybody else in the show.
Wow.
And I don't want to give anything away, but it really is.
Did it make you want to get back into Broadway?
Yes.
That's coming.
I was about to say that.
Although a little different playing Old Joe as opposed to Howard Beale. Little different.
That's your second Broadway show this year.
Carson, thank you. Mr. Roker, the weather, sir?
All righty, let's show you what we got going on. And for today, we are looking for the chill continuing around the Great Lakes. Storm watches are up from Oklahoma into Texas, and we're going to finally see the rain ending in Southern California. Beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. Mid-Atlantic sunshine today. That will be changing as this storm makes its way to the east. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Thanks, Al. We have sunshine and blue sky out there as well, but it's chilly and it stays chilly all day. The best we do is 39 this afternoon with that northwest wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Feels more like the upper 20s all day. We slip to 24 in town, upper teens north and west overnight, and by tomorrow we're only in the mid-30s. We struggle just to get above the freezing mark with plenty of sunshine. Sunday, sun and clouds expected as well. Still cold, 37. That's quiet through the middle of next week with temps close to 40. Next storm looks like a rainmaker by the end of next week into Saturday.
And that's your latest weather. Savannah?
All right, Al, thank you. And now to more of Hoda's ongoing series, Finding Forgiveness.
Yeah, this morning, the story of two men from Atlanta brought together by a heartbreaking tragedy, and how they handled it may change the way we all think about what matters most.
You see, when we prefer to wait until we feel like forgiving. But if we do that, then our lives are dictated by our feelings.
At the fire department, we work 24-hour shifts. And that particular day, we didn't get hardly any sleep. It was literally like 3 or 4 seconds to nod off and to cross the center line and to meet the other car.
To forgive us, we don't think it's fair. Forgiveness is a choice, not a feeling.
I'm supposed to be a helper, the EMT and the paramedic and the fireman that helps in these tragic situations, and here I am, caused this.
See, forgiveness makes us victorious. Maybe in your heart you know the right.
Two men of service, one a pastor, the other a rookie firefighter, forever bound in tragedy. For them, it's hard to believe over a decade has passed.
I can still see it, I can still smell it, the horrendous noise and the glass breaking.
When the grief counselor approached in the hospital, Eric Fitzgerald knew his wife, June, was gone, leaving their 19-month-old daughter, Faith, without a mom.
Faith's just sitting there playing on the little hospital bed with the nurse, and of course she sees me and she reaches out. I don't know what she understood, really, but she crawled into my lap and she just went to sleep. And I was thankful because I didn't have to pretend that everything was okay.
And I was at the hospital and a police officer came in and he said, I don't know if anyone's told you, but June didn't make it. And then he also told me, he said, and by the way, she was 7 months pregnant and the baby didn't make it either.
Eric, you had the opportunity to really say to the judge, you know what, I think this guy deserves some hard time. What did you do?
I remembered somebody said this in a sermon. In moments where tragedy happens or even hurt, that there's opportunities to demonstrate grace or to exact vengeance. And I chose to demonstrate grace.
The men knew of each other but endured their grief apart until the 2-year anniversary of June's death. Matt Swatzel had stopped by the grocery store to buy a condolence card for Eric when he spotted him in the parking lot.
Eric starts walking out of the grocery store and starts walking towards my truck.
What do you see in the window?
He was just bawling.
Yeah.
And so I just walked up and I just hugged him. I mean, you know, what do you say? You know, Sometimes things are best said with no words.
That hug must have felt like someone had just put a pin in 2 years of pressure.
That was the biggest relief I'd ever felt. He just said from the start that he forgave me, and just hearing him say those words, it just impacted my life completely.
They talked for 2 hours that day, and where you might imagine the relationship would end.
I said, man, I don't know what you're going to say to this. I said, but I just feel like in my spirit that I'm supposed to stay connected to you somehow. And he's like, dude, I feel the same way.
We knew it was something special. We just had this instant bond. It's unexplainable. It's just easy to talk to each other.
Look at that deliciousness.
We would just talk about life, you know, just how we're doing and just moving forward. And he said, look, don't let this define you. Meeting with Eric, it gave me hope that we're gonna be okay.
Sports Illustrated, baby. Oh.
As the years unfolded, strangers became friends, and something even more.
I'm witnessing a little bit of a miracle with you two sitting here together.
There's a bond that we have that's unexplainable.
He's like a big brother to me. You know, we have a lot of fun together, you know, as weird as it may sound and crazy, but we do. It's unique. I can't say this is a beautiful story and it's got a great ending. It doesn't. It's nasty, it's real, and it's something that I'm going to struggle with for the rest of my life.
Both men view their friendship as a sign from above. Another sign? Years later, Eric remarried and was expecting a child. The baby was born on the same due date as the son he'd lost.
Forgiveness is not minimizing the offense.
Eric practices what he preaches and raised his daughter Faith to choose love over anger.
So next year, that means you're going to play varsity.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Maybe because I usually just say my mom got in a car accident. I just don't want people to think that Matthew's a bad person because he isn't. He just made a mistake.
I just want her to know that she's loved. She's not alone. Dang it. Throughout her whole life, I'll be there for her. No matter what. So just seeing Faith, you know, holding my kids, it puts a smile on my face. It hurts, but it's the cards that we were dealt, and now it's our story together. It reminds me that there's grace, and there's hope, and there's good.
June's in heaven, you know, and one day, you know, we'll get to all kind of hang out. And so, you know, God's a big God, and I think that's going to be a great day one day.
I mean, it does make you kind of reevaluate your life, doesn't it? I mean, when you think about what they've been through and how these two men can become friends. And I was thinking, what if they didn't forgive? They probably would be leading two broken lives, but they chose that path.
Choose grace over vengeance.
I mean, that was, I still couldn't quite get my head
that
around
story this time of year too is so impactful. You know, I think the literal definition of Christian is Christ-like, and that pastor displays such that I don't know if I have that ability to do that.
Well, I was just thinking that's what, so it's literally miraculous for that pastor to be able to forgive. Like it literally feels like God among us.
That's what made me feel that way.
So what a testimony.
Incredible.
That's an amazing story. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, still ahead this morning, we've got a couple of lovely ladies in our studio, Hilaria Baldwin, Daphne Oz. They have teamed up for a podcast. They're going to give us a little taste of the parenting advice they're dishing out. I love the title of your podcast, Mom Brain. Guilty. Plus our holiday hot list after your local news and weather.
Tomorrow, a one-of-a-kind tribute from Jenna Bush Hager, sharing her personal memories of her grandfather, President George H.W. Bush.
When you think back to what's made you the most happy.
Family. A love letter to Gandhi, tomorrow on NBC.
And then when you're ready, just taking a couple of nice big deep breaths.
Your mind is clear, your thoughts are clear. Over 30 million users. How does that happen?
Welcome to Comedy Heaven. The Book of Mormon goes further than any other comedy in history.
This all-conquering comedy smash is on its march into legend. It's a phenomenally blasphemous, wildly inappropriate, raucously funny roller coaster. And by the time it ends, you can't wait to get on that ride all over again. The Book of Mormon. Visit Ticketmaster.com.
Your News 4 New York live update starts now.
Good morning. Here's a live look at the Gowanus Expressway. Currently, there are delays. It's 8:26 Friday morning. I'm Darlene Rodriguez. A Queens home went up in flames overnight, leaving a man dead and his family in mourning. The fire broke out around 10 last night on East Hampton Boulevard in Bayside. The 59-year-old man became trapped in the basement. We're told the victim, Ismail Silla, was confined to a wheelchair. Frantic family members showed firefighters where their loved one was, but first responders found him unresponsive. The cause of the fire is under investigation. This morning, veterans will gather on the Hudson River for a solemn ceremony to mark Pearl Harbor Day. Every year, a wreath is tossed from the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum. Today marks 77 years since 2,400 people were killed in Hawaii by the Japanese, so many of them American sailors and Marines. Let's take a look at the morning commuters. Lauren Scala.
Thanks, Darlene. There are delays of 15 minutes in and out of Grand Central Terminal because of a disabled train for Metro North commuters. You still have delays on the Journal Square to 33rd Street, Hoboken to 33rd Street, and Hoboken to World Trade Center line for PATH. Heading over to the Rose Jersey Alexander Hamilton Bridge, there's a disabled truck right there that's causing delays as you make your way off the GWB. And then over on Long Island, there's an accident on the Southern State eastbound out by the Meadowbrook, and one still out there on the Meadowbrook northbound out by Hempstead Turnpike. Darlene, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Lauren. Let's check the weather today. Dry, brisk conditions will be sticking around for a while. Today, mostly sunny skies, high of 39. Wind chills make it feel much colder. Tonight, frigid, mostly clear, low of 24, but it'll feel like the teens in the city. Tomorrow, cold and sunny. Coming up on the Today Show podcast that's making moms feel less alone. Stay tuned.
Don't miss Daniel Radcliffe, Jerry Jones, and Bobby Cannavale in the funniest new play on Broadway, The Lifespan of Effect, on Broadway through January 13th only.
Happiness. It comes from this box. A wink, a kiss, and sparkles from a love. A princess inspired by a frog. And the certainty it will arrive in time, it comes with each order. Her first steps, and his first flight. It's all inside. What goes in this box? That's up to you. Getting it to you on time and without a hassle? That's on us.
The Cher Show, now on Broadway.
Hello. Good Friday.
I know. I was like, hold up. You're taking pictures and I'm taking pictures. Who's doing the intro?
Good Friday.
Guys, we have a great crowd moment this morning.
Okay.
Now, don't you guys feel like here at the Peacock, we're all family?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, I want to introduce you to the Peacock family.
The Peacock
Literally, where they are. Okay. Hello, are you the Peacock family? Are you Mrs. Peacock?
I am.
And are you Mr. Peacock?
I am.
Okay, are you the Peacock girls? Okay, and as I understand it, you also raise peacocks.
Yeah, these are from them.
I'll figure it out.
Where are you from? Is it a peacock farm, or are they just your pets, or what?
It's our pets.
Wow.
From Indiana.
Okay, but your last name is Peacock, and you raise peacocks. and you're a fan of the Peacock. That's why you're here today?
That's right. We're at the Peacock Network today.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, and now you're part of our family, too. Thanks for being here.
Savannah, would you ask them if they're proud as peacocks?
Are you proud as peacocks?
Yeah.
What's his name? John? Well, we are, too. Nice to meet y'all. What is that?
I got one more. That was awesome.
She's crazy.
By the way, I got one more right here. This is John. Take a look at John. He's deployed. Hang on. Let's just say hi to his wife real quick.
I love it.
That's him. Yes.
Aww.
John, he's in guitar. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We love you, honey.
Merry
Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas.
And thank you for your service.
This is the most awesome crowd ever. Coming up, you guys, there's a popular new podcast. It's all about the ups and downs of motherhood. It is called Mom Brain. We're so thrilled to have the creators here with us, Daphne Oz and Hilaria Baldwin. We're going to pick their brains about parenting ahead.
Then after that, do you still have some holiday shopping to do? Fear not. We're about to reveal our first ever Today Hot List. Toys, gadgets, clothes, lots more that will be flying off the shelves over the next 2 weeks.
All right, and then also with a cold, snowy weekend on tap for millions, how about some hot and spicy recipes to warm you up, courtesy of some of our favorite, the Grill Dads, who are not there now. Where are the Grill Dads?
Where are they?
They should be in that shot.
Where are the Grill Dads?
Grill Dads, where are they? Wait, they're in the control room. They're the Grill Dads.
You know why, guys?
Why?
It is our co-executive producer, Tom Mazzarelli's birthday. And since he's in charge of this whole show, sneaking a cake into the control room was not an easy task.
No easy feat.
But happy birthday, young man.
You know what else? Here's a gift for you. There's a gift. Boyhood Mass.
Oh my gosh, you were in Little House on the Prairie? Look, it's Richie Cunningham. Oh my gosh, Opie.
We love you, Matt. We love you, Matt.
You still got the bowl they used to cut that hair?
You know what?
Out of there, though.
Matt can't clip your mic anytime.
He's like,
Let's get a check of the weather for Matt. Cut it. Exactly. Check of the weather.
This Sunday night football weather is brought to you by Verizon, the unlimited plan you need on the network you deserve.
All right, let's check your weekend weather, see what we've got for you, starting off with Saturday. Heavy rain down through the southeast, snowy through the Texas-Oklahoma panhandle. Look for some showers in the Pacific Northwest. Sunday, heavy snow through the Carolinas and Virginia. Wet weather in the southeast. A northwest storm comes on shore. Sunshine from the Great Lakes on into the northeast. And sunny skies southwest on into Texas. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Thanks, Al. We've got bright sunshine out there, but it's not doing much in warming things up. Temperatures actually have dropped a couple of degrees last hour or two. 39 degrees the expected high this afternoon with sun mixing with a few clouds. 24, that's the low in the city tonight. A lot of the suburbs will be in the upper teens, but with the wind, that 24 is going to feel more like the upper teens even in town. Bundle up throughout the weekend, but at least we've got some sunshine in the mix Saturday and Sunday. 35 on Saturday, 37 Sunday. We're close to 40 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Next chance of any rain coming along Friday and Saturday next week.
Well, it's been a rough week, but that doesn't matter because we got a great day coming up because it's the best night of the week. Sunday night, football night in America. The Rams pushing their way in to Soldier Field in Chicago. Clear, cold, 30 degrees. The Bears, the Rams. Sunday night, football night in America. Back to you.
You think we have a little energy today?
All right, thanks. All right, it's time to kick back, take off the heels, which we've done, throw in the fuzzy slippers, which we've done because it's time for some real talk.
That's right. Daphne Oz and Hilaria Baldwin are the creators and hosts of a new podcast called Mom Brain. It's all about things moms just deal with in this crazy journey we call parenthood. And with 7 kids between them, all of them under the age of 5. Yeah, these ladies know what they're talking about. Daphne, Hilaria, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so happy we're in our fuzzy slippers.
This is the best way to go to work.
So you guys like just teamed up for this podcast. How did this all come about?
Through play dates. We would have play dates together because Philomena and Carmen are very similar in age, and they'd be playing and we'd just be doing exactly this. with our fuzzy slippers, and we'd be talking about all things mom. And we thought, it would be amazing to create a platform where we can bring all moms together and brainstorm.
So mom brain is a real thing. We can attest
know
to
that
it.
that's
We know
right.
that for sure. But how does that play in your world?
Well, first, when you're growing a baby, they're sapping all of the energy from your brain. So that's when you really start to see how much more forgetful you become. But then, juggling toddlers, kids as they get older, you space on things, you miss things, and you really rely on your community, A, to help you just manage your day, but B, to make you feel good and to remind you to have fun and to get through the stressful bits so that you can enjoy all the beautiful bits. And I think that's something that Mom Brain really does for both of us too, and that we really wanted was to create, it's metaphorical village, right? It takes a village. And we do so much of parenting in isolation now, it feels like. So how can we create that village online and give it a place to breathe? Like, we have conversations about everything.
Like what? Give us a little something.
Cool. How much can we share?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, we have everything from meeting night.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it PG here.
I kind of want to go.
Like
I kind of want to go deep.
What's meeting night? Our brains go
the
there.
PTA meeting?
Yes.
No, this literally changed my marriage, by the way. Okay,
Wait,
so
why?
we had Adam Grant on the podcast, and he said he was our first dad on the podcast, and then Alec came, so now we're on like a dad role too. We talked to him about how you keep a marriage stable or a partnership stable, and he said, so much of the management of home life is about making sure this relationship is good. So instead of nagging each other and peppering in, did you get the garbage bags? Don't forget to pick the kids up now. They sit down together for 1 hour every week, and they get through all the annoying stuff, so that then when they find alone moments the rest of the week, they actually get to enjoy each other's
So you
company.
kind of you schedule the logistics so the rest can be
Be fun
your
and play.
relationship.
Exactly.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I think it is so, like you kind of said, that momhood can be a little isolating.
Yeah.
It's nice to just kind of talk about, not only, parenting techniques, like my kids having tantrums, what do you, I feel like we
do that.
We do this every day, too.
But that's what all moms do. We go through down this rabbit hole, and you can be doing it for hours and hours. Whenever we have group dinners, Alec literally puts my friends and I on one side of the table.
He does. He
can't
puts us over here.
hear it anymore. You guys just talk.
Trying to be like a perfect mom ever, Ilaria, was that part of what you struggled with?
A perfect mom?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, I don't think that exists.
Yeah.
But I try to do my best every day, and then every day I try to do a little bit better. But that's the whole thing, is that there is no perfection, and there is no, ability to get it right. And you have to be okay with not getting it right.
What's the best mom advice you've ever, gotten or given?
You gotta laugh.
Yeah, I think it's laughter and having fun with it, but I think it's even for entertaining at the holidays. You have to have fun. I think happy kids have happy parents to show them how it's done.
Yes.
And if you're letting yourself be super stressed out or holding up these insane standards that you can never meet, or missing out on the chance to bond with other people in the same life experience, where it's like, oh, you did that too? I feel so much less bad.
You feel connected. Here, I have some paddles.
What's this, a fun game?
Well, I don't know.
Is it a drinking game?
We wanted to know. We know you played Never Have I Ever.
Tea game.
Oh, a drink tea time.
Drink tea game. Well, yes, exactly. Okay, we're going to do the mom Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
All right, ready? Never have I ever let my kids go a day or two without eating a single vegetable. That is called weekends for me. Yes, right?
That's the one thing I can say. It's the only thing I can actually. It's the only good thing I can actually say, because I do smoothies in the morning.
Oh,
I sneak some veggies in there.
And then you put spinach in
I
the
sure do.
smoothie and
I got a green monster smoothie.
All right.
going on. It's the
Never
only
have
thing.
I ever made cereal or popcorn for dinner.
Oh, heck yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great, I have never.
You've never?
Oh, you're missing out.
That's what seamless.com is for. Just order in. Okay. Never have I ever gone to the bathroom just to get 3 minutes to myself.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
But then I see the fingers underneath, and they're smashing down.
Oh, please, my baby comes in and holds the toilet paper. It's a problem.
Why is that their favorite time to be with us?
Why is that their favorite
Can you
time?
please?
I love that.
I don't know. Congratulations on
that's
the
awesome.
podcast. Yeah, we love
for you.
seeing you guys.
Thank you.
You can listen to Mom Brain. You have to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. And also, Ilaria is also contributing to today's One Small Thing. So, if you want to learn quick ways to improve your health and wellness, sign up for the newsletter by texting OST, One Small Thing, to 66866.
All right, coming up next, what are the season's must-have gifts? We're about to reveal today's holiday hot list, but first, this is Today on NBC.
I'm keeping these slippers. Yeah. They're so
should you murder me, you murder your queen.
Claiming her destiny.
Your cousin Mary has returned to take up her throne.
Made her powerful.
She is only your queen if I should not produce an heir.
Claiming her crown.
We bring an heir to Scotland and to England.
Made her a threat.
Mary is our foe. She is formidable.
So put your skills to use.
Rise and prepare yourself. Elizabeth has funded a rebellion.
You said the day would come, and that day has come.
Do not let your passion rule you!
Is your voice raised, sir? You would lower it in my presence?
Your beauty, your bravery, your gifts are your downfall.
Mary, Queen of Scots. Rated R. In select theaters today.
Here's me, Bob, sleeping like a baby because my Scarlet bedroom is only $16.99 complete. And here's me having a nightmare in my competition's similar-looking bedroom because it's a whopping $25.37. My Scarlet Complete Queen bedroom with your choice of dresser with mirror or vanity and bench, still only $16.99. Go with their vanity. The price jumps to $26.34. My Scarlet bedroom, only $16.99 every day and only at Bob's Discount Furniture. Shh. Sorry.
We are back. It's 8:42. We've got something special just in time for the holidays. This is the very first Today's Hot List. Our editors from Today.com have combed the internet to find the best, most in-demand products to make this season one to remember. And here to reveal a few of the picks is Emily Scher, Today.com's senior lifestyle editor. Hi, Emily. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I can just imagine all our editors back there trying to figure out what's the best of the best. How did you decide?
We did a lot of research. We started with a list of more than 300 items. We talked to marketing analysts from NPD Group. We talked to retailers to see what was flying off the shelves. We looked at different gift guides. We saw what was selling on our site and other sites. So we narrowed that whole thing down to these 8 items that we know are going to be really big sellers.
Okay, these are the must-have. All right, get ready. So our first one is, I love this, like Vanna White right here.
Kind of.
Now, so it's a Nintendo game. What is this?
This is really exciting. So it's a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate released today. Gamers have been counting down, waiting for this day. It's finally available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch, which is a really popular gaming device as well. You can play it on the go, or you can put it in your console and play it on your big screen.
Wow.
So it's finally available.
Okay, great. And how much does it cost?
$60.
$60. Okay. All right. Our next is Hair Doorables.
Hair Doorables. So yeah, if you're looking for,
I know a toddler would love this. So what is it exactly?
So yeah, so as you know from Vail, of course, but these are the best part about these is the unboxing. That's the exciting part. There's 36 different options, so you can pull this and reveal which character you get.
Oh, so you don't know?
You don't really know. This is actually the best-selling toy on our website from all the gift guides.
Really? And
this is what everybody's waiting for.
But what do you do with it? You just
so each little box has its own accessory, and you have the toy. Yeah, exactly. The doll and all her story. There's a YouTube channel, everything.
Gosh, seems like fun. And how this was how much? Oh, $13.
Yeah, not too bad, right?
Oh, okay, good.
I'm gonna keep going down here. Yeah, so the Scruffalove. This is a really interesting toy. It comes as like a matted ball of fur. You can feel that it needs a little bit of love and attention.
It does. It needs like a makeover.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of dunk it in the water, scrub it up, blow dry it, brush it out, love it, and then you can adopt the toy at the end.
Oh, and then he's all soft, so you kind of clean him up. And
it's on Amazon's top 100 toy list.
That's nice
every
to teach
toy list
kids
of the year.
how to like take care of somebody.
Exactly, they're invested in.
All right, these are now Fila Disruptor shoes.
Yes, so this is actually named the shoe of the year from Footwear News, which usually it's something that's a celebrity-driven shoe. This is every teen and 20-something wants this style. Well, I mean, it's a mix of the 90s craze and it's street style, it's athleisure. Actually, the pink style is already sold out. This is a brand new colorway that's now available as of this week.
Okay, now this next one I know because my husband loves these shoes. These are the Allbirds.
Yes,
everyone's obsessed
with these. Obsessed with these. They're called the world's most comfortable shoe because they're made of these eco-friendly, sustainable materials. They're light, they're flexible, and they're selling out like crazy. These are brand new colors, limited edition. Once they're sold out, they're gone.
Oh, okay.
So French fry, they have fun names too.
Oh, good.
Green, blue.
So hot to it.
Them.
All right, what's our next item?
Next item.
Oh, this is beautiful. Some makeup.
That's right. So Charlotte Tilbury is a celebrity makeup artist. She actually did Amal Clooney's makeup for her wedding.
Wow.
That's the kind of caliber makeup artist as she is. But this is her Bar of Gold line, which actually already sold out this summer. They're highlighters, actually, but you could layer them and use them as an eyeshadow. That's what's kind of fun about it. It works on any skin tone, and yeah.
So you use it like a blush or something?
Kind of like a highlighter, top of your cheekbone, that kind of thing.
All right. Instant Pot Blender.
Yes. So
I don't know what we're going to find behind this door. Okay.
It's a heavy one, but yeah. You've heard of the Instant Pot, I'm sure, from last year, was like the holiday gift.
Yes.
Everyone's been waiting for their holiday release for this year, and it's a blender. You can do hot or cold. You can make ice cream, it can make soup, like we've butternut squash here. But yeah, it can handle anything all in one pot. That's the best part.
$99.
Yes,
for that one.
$99. So less than most blenders, actually.
All right, last but not least, these speakers.
Yes.
These are, the Sonos. We love the Sonos.
The Sonos One, which is a really popular speaker. They connect with every other speaker, with Alexa. But this is a really special collaboration with a Danish furniture brand. These colors normally comes in black and white, and that's it. These are really special to leave out on their bookshelf or anything.
Emily, all that hard work was worth it. If you want to find out more about these products, go to our hot list. It's at today.com/shop. And be sure to check out a brand new interactive gift guide. It covers anybody on your list. We've got it online. Just ahead, we'll turn up the heat and we'll turn up the spice with new recipes from the Grill Dads. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Keep your heart healthy this holiday season by staying active. Go on a brief walk or stroll. Get up and be active. For more information, visit NBCNewYork.com/HMH Health Hub.
It's the holiday season, the best time of the year to unwrap the best deal on TV and internet from Spectrum. From $89.98 per month. Call 833-300-8998. Spectrum TV has tons of free HD and free on demand, including your primetime favorites. Plus, with the Spectrum TV app, you can stream live TV at home or on the go on all your devices. Call 833-300-8998. Spectrum has the fastest internet starting speeds for the price, 200 megabits per second. That's enough bandwidth to keep everyone's devices connected while streaming, gaming, surfing, or downloading. There are no data caps and includes a free internet modem and free security suite. Get it all with no contracts and a 30-day money-back guarantee. 'Tis the season to save with Spectrum TV and internet from $89.98 a month. Call now and ask how you can save up to 40% on your wireless bill with Spectrum Mobile. Call 833-300-8998.
Available at London Jewelers, located at Americana Manhasset and East Hampton.
At last, a damn good, really, really funny, joyous, big-hearted, razzle-dazzle, perfect original Broadway musical. The New York Times raves, it makes you believe in musical comedy again. The Prom! Get tickets now.
Nothing like smelling steak in the morning, right? We're back with Today Food Loves Football. Sunday night's big game on NBC featuring the Los Angeles Rams heading to Chicago to take on the Bears. Going to be a cold one in the Windy City as well. So, here to keep our stomachs warm, the Grill Dads themselves. Mark Anderson, Ryan Fay. Good morning to you. By the way, we should mention here that Mark, of course, is Tom Mazzarelli, our co-executive producer's cousin.
The birthday boy.
The birthday boy, yes. How did that was a great picture, by the way. What are we making?
All right, these are picanha steak tacos. So we'll start off with a little bit of a rub. We have lime zest. We do the zest instead of the juice because we're going to marinate it for 4 hours and we don't want to start cooking the steak.
Picanha steak, is that easy to find?
It is, but so the name picanha is more synonymous with Brazilian steakhouse. So in the U.S., it's going to be called sirloin cap or culo.
Okay.
But you can get it.
All right.
So our rub is lime zest. We've got oregano, we've got cumin, we've got chipotle powder, salt, pepper. We're going to mix that around. And then we're going to let the steak marinate in that rub for about 1 to 4 hours in the refrigerator.
1 to 4 hours?
Yep.
Okay.
The lime's real strong. You don't need a lot of time. And then you're going to let it sit out room temperature for about 45 minutes.
Why do we do that?
Because you don't want it to be ice cold in the middle because then you have to get that much more heat through the outside of the steak to get it cooked in the middle. Now we're going to sear it. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Ooh, that's a nice sear.
So we're going to sear it on all sides for about 2 minutes. We're going to come out to a sheet pan here. Now, the sheet pan, you can see we have this rack. We just built this beautiful crust. we don't want to steam that crust by sitting this down in its own juices in the wrap. So we cook it like this. It's going to be nice and crispy and protect that crust. And then you're going to put it in the oven, 325 until it hits about 130 degrees. Let it sit out for about another 10 minutes, let it rest. And then we're going to show you how to cut this thing. You can see this grain right through here.
I do.
And we want to cut directly across the grain. That makes super tender steak.
Cut across the grain.
Yeah, perpendicular. And then now, since these are going to be steak tacos, we want to go super thin so that they work well on the taco.
There it is.
And then...
That is beautiful. Ladies, what's the verdict over there?
Yummy. Are you cutting up? Comments.
Are you cutting up?
Yeah, I am. I said we were like Mystery Science Theater over here.
That's every day.
Yeah,
that's every day.
This is also the star. This is Oaxacan cheese from Mexico.
Oh, I
like
love
their
that.
version of mozzarella. And then we do a little bit of lime,
Here's
some
Oaxacan.
crema, cilantro, and don't forget the hot sauce.
Never forget the hot sauce.
Never forget that.
All right, let's get to these potatoes because you've got a pro tip here that...
I do. All right, so we're going to do some Hasselback potatoes, all right?
Hasselback potatoes.
Yeah, some Sweden restaurant there. It was served the first time in the 1700s, I believe. So what we're going to do is take 2 wooden spoons so we can
Always
have
a russet potato, by the way?
Sorry?
Always a russet potato, right?
Always a russet potato. Yeah, you can do other potatoes, but russet for sure, for sure. So what we're going to do is put 2 wooden spoons on either side of the potato so you can make a really easy cut and you don't go all the way through
That is a great idea.
Genius, right?
Yes.
Genius.
Why
do you do that?
Right, Mark?
Yeah, totally. It totally wasn't me.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with Mark whatsoever.
Why do you do that?
You do that because what you want to do is even splits. You don't want to go all the way through because then you don't have it open up. Like a little
Savannah,
accordion.
see?
Savannah,
Amazing.
you knew.
I didn't know.
Yes.
I
All
really learned something.
Well, there you go. All right.
So after that.
Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to brush this with this oil combination here. It's garlic, ancho chili, some cumin, and lime juice. All right. And what we're going to do is just brush these beautiful potatoes. All right. We're going to put some of this on here. A little S&P. Salt and pepper, Mark.
Thank you.
I knew that. I don't know.
What kind of salt do you use?
You know, I always use kosher salt. You can use sea salt, whichever.
Okay.
Little pepper on here. And what we're going to do is let these bake. Okay. We're going to put them in a salt bed.
A salt bed?
Yes, salt bed, not a sound bath.
That's a lot of salt.
All right, we're going to put these in here. It's a lot of salt. We're going to bake these at 425 for about 30 minutes. And we're going to take them back. Yes, ma'am?
If the salt is on the bottom, how's it getting into the potato?
We don't want it to actually get into the potatoes. The essence of the salt.
The salt essence.
It holds them in.
And it also holds them
up.
in.
So they don't turn over.
What kind of cheese here?
This is called cotija cheese. All right, and this is another Mexican type of cheese. So what we're going to do is just address this a little bit. This guy's been done, as you can see here. Very simply. Yep. Go for it. You can see it's creamy on the inside, crispy on the outside. They're awesome way to have potatoes, right?
Fantastic.
All right, so we're going to just put a little lime juice in here.
Real dads.
You got it.
Mark, Ryan, a big thanks to both of you. You can find these recipes today.com/food. Also, be sure you're watching Sunday night. Rams, Bears. Who you got? Rams, Bears.
Oh, Rams. I'm on the way.
Coverage starts 7 o'clock Eastern, only on NBC. We will be right back. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Good job, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Saturday Night Live? What do you mean all the wigs exploded? Oh my God, okay. You, cover for me.
Cool. Saturday Night Live. Jason Momoa's the host. Yeah, I think he's kind of cute too.
Ellen is back.
I have to send you down! Don't, Ellen!
And she's giving the gift of games.
It's happening! It's about to happen!
Ellen's Game of Games Holiday Spectacular, Wednesday on NBC.
Whose idea was this?
Help! I need somebody help! Not just anybody help! You know I need someone.
Kerry Washington gives the performance of the season in the high-voltage, suspenseful Broadway play for our age that leaves the audience gasping for breath. American Son. Now through January 27th only. Visit telecharge.com.
Hi, I'm Sarah Kaus, the founder and CEO of Swell. Check out our latest offerings and find the perfect gift for everyone on your list this season. From our original top-selling designs to special holiday collections, the perfect gift awaits at swellbottle.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you King Kong.
Rolling Stone raves. King Kong may change Broadway forever. You've never seen anything like it. Ever. A heart-stopping spectacle. An epic thrill ride. King Kong. Alive on Broadway.
1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Peter will be back tomorrow morning. What you got, Willie?
I've got Ben Stiller coming up on Sunday. Oh, yeah, great conversation with Ben Sunday.
Looking forward. Here's your local news.
Oh, I didn't know it was that.
The best reviewed Broadway musical of the season has arrived. The Prom! The New York Times declares it makes you believe in musical comedy again. Genuine joy rolls off the stage in this smart, big-hearted musical. It's a laugh-inducing juggernaut and a masterclass in musical comedy. Director Casey Nicola of the Book of Mormon has done it again. Whatever you do, get tickets now to The Prom, the only Broadway musical of the season that's a New York Times critics pick.
Your News for New York live update starts now.
All right, live look here at the Staten Island Expressway, where you're in for a nice ride right now. It's 8:57 on this Friday, the 7th of December. Good morning, I'm Michael Gargiulo. Two separate child-luring attempts of parents on high alert in New Jersey. They happened on Tuesday and Wednesday near Gilbert Avenue School in Elmwood Park. Both students say that two men in a dark minivan approached them, asked them if they wanted a ride. Well, those children then ran away. The incident happened after school hours, and police are increasing patrols in the area. Alerts have also been sent out to nearby school districts. Cardi B due back in a Queens courtroom within the next hour. If she doesn't show, the rapper could face a bench warrant. Cardi was scheduled to be arraigned Monday in connection with a fight at a Flushing strip club, but on that day, her attorney told the judge that Cardi B had a prior engagement and wouldn't be there. Another emergency evacuation at the Time Warner Center last night told someone called and claimed there were bombs around the building. Police did a full sweep. They found nothing. The all clear was given around midnight. Right now, let's take a look at the weather. Here's Chris with that. Hey, Chris.
All right, Michael, it's chilly out there. We've got blue sky. That's the good news, but it stays chilly all day. Temperatures generally in the upper 30s, lower 30s for highs north and west. And again, that wind gets a little brisk during the afternoon, so the wind chills stay in the 20s. The actual air temperatures tonight slip to 24 in the city, teens in the suburbs north and west. And the wind chills in the city will drop off to the teens as well. It's a cold weekend, but it's a fairly sunny one. Sun and a few clouds tomorrow, 35, 37 on Sunday. And we stay in this quiet weather pattern. Look at next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sunshine near 40. A little milder by the end of the week. It looks like the next storm that heads this way, Michael, it will be warm enough to be a rainmaker and not snow, and that's not until next weekend.
All right, Chris. That's okay with us. Coming up on the Today Show, from the coolest tech gadgets to the hottest toys, the Today anchors reveal their personal gift list. I'll send you mine. And then later, Season Eatings, how to find the perfect present for people who love food in your life.
It's going to be a good day to get the scoop on New York.
Take on a challenge and rescue a family.
It's a good day to seek out new adventures.
To sit on the stoop and connect with the stars. To dream big. It's going to be a good day to watch NBC4 New York.
Gonna be a good day.
Join us for Sports Final after Sunday Night Football.
Live from Studio 6A, this is Today.
Good?
Feels good. I'm holiday. I'm holiday shopping.
I just did that too. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dylan here with Carson, Al, and Jill Martin. You're back, which means we must have gifts to give.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
It's a very exciting day. For Al's the only one, I think, here who's Carson. Are you?
Yeah.
You said you were not done.
No, I'm not done at all. No.
Yeah, and I know you're not.
I'm in the process. I'm getting there. But we're calling today's show Gifts So Good.
Oh.
So that has a lot to do with Jill. And we're going to help you find something for everyone on your list. We have just really good deals, too. I don't know what you do at home. Do you just sit and go through the newspaper, or like how do you find these
newspaper?
incredible deals that nobody else knows about?
No, but Dylan said to me, "Are you in your living room calling these companies for
Right.
sales?" We started this segment actually on the show like about 8 or 9 years ago.
Wow.
Now everybody's doing it.
Yes.
But at that time, I was literally calling companies saying, "Hey, do you want to give the Today Show 70% off your items?" And they were like, "Click." And now
They do.
there's an influx
turning them
because.
away.
Yeah, now we're turning them away, and it's because everybody loves. I have celebrities walk up to me saying, "How come I was only allowed to buy one?" I don't care who you are. Everybody loves a good deal.
For sure.
Loves a good
By the way, it's so big, we've got a conveyor belt actually here in the studio.
That's a huge
For
conveyor
deals.
belt, too.
Huge for deals. They'll be rolling in.
Deal after
Yes.
deal after deal.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you still haven't finished your holiday shopping, maybe procrastination could pay off. You know, CNBC says that more than half of Americans have some shopping left to do. And we're kind of getting into a period where I think more and more deals will be coming out. You know how we like to name things? There's
Yeah.
Black Friday,
They
there's
spread it
Cyber
out.
Monday. Well, now we have Green Monday.
Right.
That's actually
Made up at this point
you think?
because like thanks University of Michigan brain surgeon. No, but at this point it's like in December, all you have to do is be a good researcher and really weigh what you want, how much you want to spend on it, and then research. And I have some sites I'll share with you, but all of these days, it's pretty much at this point the month of December. So like deals like Retail Me Not and Deal News, if you go on those, they'll give you codes for discounts all the time.
Right.
And then you could just order them and not
You have
stress
to
out.
sign up for Retail Me Not. I'm the one who's always like Googling
Yeah,
a
it's a membership
possible
I'm out.
coupon, and it never comes up. Or
Yeah, you could sign up as a guest, and then you get these. When you go on, they give you codes that you can go on all year round and get discounts, and then you get the items, so you're not stressing out. Like this Panic Saturday that you discussed earlier, there's no reason you should be panicking on a Saturday.
What about
That's-
shipping?
Shipping, okay, there are a couple important dates to note. December 20th is the last day to ship packages via priority mail. So if you wanted
That'll
to get
get there
there on
before
Christmas. And December 21st is the last day to ship via FedEx or UPS for delivery on the 24th. So those are two important days. I think most of America now have family that lives all over the country.
Sure.
And if I don't think about it right now and get things in the mail, it doesn't get there in time, and then it's too late.
What about, okay, so you buy something now and then you see a pop-up come up on your Instagram or whatever, and it's lower. Can you go to the retailer and say...
You know, it's interesting. A lot of times now, because people want you to buy it now, you could save the receipt and go back, and a lot of times if it's discounted, they will match that price. So I think now it's so competitive. I mean, you can shop on the Today Show, you can shop on all of these places that all of these retailers are really trying to lure you in.
Right.
But that's definitely a way to go. You save the receipt, you go back, you say, I just saw this go on sale, and a lot of times they'll give you a credit or refund you.
Have you had this happen where I've put stuff in my shopping cart at different sites and then I forgot about it?
yeah.
And they keep now sending a reminder, oh, this price has dropped down to this. It's dropped
Which
down
is
to
a good way to do it. Although I've been waiting for something like a big ticket item for Calvin for Christmas to go on sale. And I was waiting and I was waiting. Finally, it's on sale. I had a coupon. And it won't ship till January 3rd. So I totally missed the window to even give it to him.
But he's so little, he won't know.
That's what Brian said.
Second Christmas.
Push Christmas back.
Even if he's watching, what was it? What's the big gift? Because it's not a big
Well,
reveal.
it was a play kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, Calvin.
Get one for Christmas.
He's like, oh, Mom.
Have you done Brian's shop?
That's a good question because.
Do you have a good answer?
Well, we normally don't do gifts because we would rather spend our money going on vacation or doing something together. But this year I decided to do stockings, and he actually said to me, "Let's do stockings this year." So it actually worked
So in a
out
way,
really
you've
well.
kind of set a spending limit.
Kind of small ticket items that can fit in a stock.
Quicken says 70% of couples agree on a spending limit.
Do you guys do that?
Yeah, we do. In fact, this year I think we both agreed at one present, nothing extravagant, because we've decided, we're pretty happy. It's good. We don't really need
What do you guys do?
We, I don't know, it varies. I don't know what we do.
I don't have a plan.
No, we talk about it
What does Siri do?
Usually, what I like to do is say, let's not do anything. We put some money into, redoing the kitchen this year, or we're going to take a trip. And we'll set a limit. I'll say, listen, seriously, one gift. And she's like, oh, I ordered a bunch of little things. I'm like, perfect, I've got one thing. And then I'll give her an iPad. And she'll open up something really. And she'll be like, sure.
Yeah,
that's so unfair. And I'm like,
You almost
yes.
said something else.
That's romantic.
I like to give.
Like just a big,
yeah, but
big something.
It's hard for husbands with the apparel, the clothes. I mean, I walk into a department store and I don't know. It must be a fine line between something that's really fashionable, something that's totally outdated.
Overwhelming.
I'm just like, I don't
$5 and under. I've earned this for a year. I've been working for my gift. So
You're like, I'm so sick of saving money. Like,
yeah, I
just
mean,
get
I
me
want to
something.
buy it. But remember back, like your first year. Do you remember the first big gift, like your first year that you gave? Because we exchange big gifts now. It's different. I mean, remember. So do you remember
Like
the
what?
first?
What do you want? What have you earned in this relationship for a year?
If you only,
how's this
if he's
relationship going?
watching,
Is the
and if you-
relationship that hard?
If you only, well, as you get older, I mean, think about now if you started dating again. As you get older, it is more difficult dating. Things are just more complicated. Like for single people out there, you just have more complications. It's just.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
What do you want, Jill?
I don't know. I haven't gotten my
Talking
gifts
jewelry?
yet
Talking
tonight.
that kind of thing? Bling?
I don't. No, it's not that kind of. It's not that. I am not expecting. It is not. Everybody's asking. I am not expecting. I know you're watching. It's not that kind of this year.
Should we move on before you dig yourself into a
Have you
deeper
ever
hole?
forgotten a gift for your significant other?
No.
Yeah.
No.
But you're very well planned. Like, do you remember the first major gift you got your wife?
I think Brian got me boots, and I still have them.
Got some earrings.
Yeah.
But she must have. Was she so when you you gave her that first gift?
Yeah, I knew she had been looking at them, so I'd gotten them.
What are some of the worst gifts? I mean, I remember, the year my dad got my mom a vacuum. You know.
Wow, did he really?
Yes, and she was offended, which I look back and I'm like, I could use a new vacuum.
Was it like the
I
Mac Daddy of
practical.
vacuums?
Yeah, it was like we had central vacuum in our house, so it was like the new tube and just like the new.
Right, that's a practical gift, though. My dad would do that.
I like practical gifts. What are your thoughts on getting something practical versus?
Oh, I love it.
something you really want?
I love it. Yeah, a case of Kettle One vodka. I mean, or wine. Like things that are gonna last forever. I love the idea of that because it's something that you're gonna have.
The wine's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
Well,
lasts forever.
maybe not.
But doesn't it matter where you are in the relationship, where you are in monetarily in your life? I mean, I feel like there are so many different, and I have some creative ideas coming up where it's like $20 or less that you could really look like you put in thought.
But
I
Jill,
feel
sometimes
like
it's not about the money. It's about just like the thing, the idea. So many of us just like I'll sit at my computer and like Google search, and I'm like, oh, I have to think of like the person. Okay. Like Jimmy Kimmel's one of my best friends. The guy's got everything.
What do you get
in the world.
him,
Like,
right?
what could you possibly get this guy? Yeah. And so you need help with ideas, or
Right,
you have
right.
a teenager who's a nephew, and what can I give them?
But don't you think, I was saying, it came out wrong, like, don't you think it matters where you are in your life in terms of how much you could spend at that point? That's why I always, like, when you say, with the gifts and the deals, like, I think it's so important. I'm offering some, like, personalized items you could do same day because those look like you really put in thought and are not expensive.
Right.
And I feel like that's what really
Here's the
matters.
gift. Here's the gift, the perfect gift for everybody: bacon.
Ooh,
bacon.
we have
That's
bacon.
right. We have bacon.
I get bacon.
So there's
Somebody sent me
actually
bacon
a
in the month
vending
club.
machine at Ohio State University.
Boo, I went to Michigan.
That you can actually get bacon from the vending machine. There's bacon bits. There's strips of bacon.
I don't know about that.
But I can't imagine.
Why would you go against that?
At a vending machine, though?
It is cold bacon.
I don't know.
It came out of a vending machine.
Though, out of a vending machine.
Because you
I don't
can.
want food out of a vending machine unless it's wrapped.
No, it's
No,
okay. I'm good.
I don't know about bacon. Maybe it's wrapped. I don't
Bacon of the month is a great one, though.
Different types of bacon?
Yeah. From different farms, and it's great.
See,
Someone give me that.
there's your idea. All right, coming up, a blast from the past, how some members of Gen Z are shunning technology. Can you believe it? They're bringing back something we all had back in the day.
Bacon.
We'll get to it. We'll be right back.
Still to come, it's almost here. No, not Christmas. Our huge holiday gift show. From tech to toys. And did somebody say food? Our holiday gift extravaganza to help you finish your shopping today.
Oh, Milk. Another breakfast? Another dilemma. Am I willing to pay the price for loving you? You'll make my morning, but ruin my day.
Complicated relationship with milk? Pour on the Lactaid. It's delicious, 100% real milk, just without that annoying lactose.
That's good.
Lactaid, the real milk that doesn't mess with you. And for chocolate lovers, try rich, creamy Lactaid chocolate milk.
Emerge restored, replenished, fortified. Emerge every day with Emergen-C, packed with B vitamins, electrolytes, antioxidants, plus more vitamin C than 10 oranges. Why not feel this good every day? Emerge and see.
Hey, let's say I want to sell my car, but I'm kind of about buying one. You're That's more like a
Well, good news. CarMax will buy your car even if you don't buy one from them.
Aha! Mm-hmm. Ooh.
sweet, funky stuff.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture and keep us protected. We've got to have each other's backs and fronts.
CeraVe, what your skin craves.
To look at me now, you don't see psoriasis. You see clear skin.
You see me.
But if you saw me before Cosentix,
I was covered. It was awful.
but I didn't give up. I kept fighting.
I got clear skin with Cosentix.
3 years and counting. Clear skin can last.
Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting Cosentix, you should be checked for tuberculosis, an increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you get clear skin that can last. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentix.
Call on me, brother, when you need a hand. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on. Lean on me. Lean on me.
Record players, and those things are expensive.
Instagram, Facebook. They
18 minutes when you're in the car, and it said
turtle when I was a baby.
I know.
Purchase. Now through Monday. Fairlife.
Down payments. Send invoices and accept.
1,000 small.
Conveyor belt.
All right. Family to, commemorate. This is really cool. This is the BioLite fire pit. And it is. In fact, I'm wearing one. But if you look really closely on this.
And we'll take you to a heat
drugstore. So this and others. And we.
Power of 1, 2, cotton, and inhale.
Welcome back.
That was widely seen as highly problematic for Chief of Staff John Kelly.
Again.
You see me.
They should be playing outside, not inside.
Thank
you. Keep doing you. We'll take care of Medicare Part D by helping you save up to $5.
Now, so by the time you've gone through the whole subscription, you know exactly what you like, so you can buy it for yourself.
Our
peppermint.
No, give it a crack. Come on, go for it. That's the fun part, right? Tomatoes, let it cook a whole meal, so it's great. I mean, you can perfect for the meal prep.
So nice and festive, and who doesn't want to get that?
Mind is clear. Your thoughts are clear. Over 30 million. How does that happen?
GoBroadway.com.
Happiness. It comes from this box. A dog.
My schedule doesn't slow down during the holidays, so I've made a gifting game plan. First, I break away from the malls and head to
Not So Silent Night, Monday on NBC. All new SNL with host Jason.
Right now on this Friday, December 7th, good morning. I'm Michael Gargiulo. Queens Boulevard in Bayside, this 59-year-old man was trapped in the basement. We're told the victim, Ismail Silla, uses a wheelchair. Frantic family members show
kindness to kids. What we can do as parents to raise more compassionate children. We're going to dedicate a whole show to this because we felt like it was important, and we also.
And this has been a big thing.
This is terrifying on so many different levels. I never really dared.
What were you afraid of? Like
being judged, being.
Imagine how many now in this.
When I Facebook, like you said, not to, and now my heart's destroyed. And they were like, "Don't do it." Always do. I always get affected by it.
Do you respond or do
no,
you,
I can't.
Yeah. By the way, we're talking about celebs, but this is actually happening in 7th grade. What are you? Your name's funky.
Where is
your hair's
Egypt?
Crazy. Yeah, your glasses or stop sign. Really, because you got what's going on, and I think it's hard. Like
killers, pretty much.
Yeah, but very few.
Can't believe.
Nothing to wear to your party.
They only get your ability to fight them. Tell you
This, you're looking for this. Don't say it wasn't there. It's there, where it always is. Big silk on it.
What's the mascara?
Delsum 12 Hour. And this is Charlie, still not coughing while trying.
Let's go.
Chocolate shell with a smooth melting center. Correct.
This is your moment.
Association. More than 160,000 kids stay home from school each day because they are scared of being bullied. Incredible.
At the root of the problem and being hurtful to one another.
Yeah. So Bobby Thomas, our own dear Bobby, headed to
just walking through the halls of that middle school, it's clear that the much less and for a parent, difficult to hear, but important to address.
Doing modeling at my school, and I'm just, interested in doing.
He still showed that thing at the school, and the city still bothered him, because I was surprised that it still bothered him.
Overwhelming advice was the simplest. Let kids be kids.
One thing I was struck by the whole, and it's funny that what we need.
Wow! I was completely taken back by how ground of snowfall or more are likely to blizzard.
Alexa, volume down. Oh man, this is the worst.
No way, this is the best news. Pastas. For a limited time, only at Olive Garden.
Or small. Now in limited edition.
Hey, it's me. And 50% less sugar.
It was of the three threat, a sense of alienation, loneliness, and isolation.
Together, get some perspective.
The answer is the culture that we're raising our children in, and every single thing. It's like
there's like tricks nowadays that keep you off of social media. To keep yourself prone to its brain scans. We see that in the brain it hurts.
Also amplified. They're just watching you, aren't they? That's really all it is.
70% of our behavior is by example, so we've got to be the one.
How a simple photo turned into a mommy shaming moment that went viral.
Come on, baby, let me thrill your soul.
It's been sitting there all week. And just like that.
Yes, for everyone. Frog. And the certainty it will arrive in time.
Switch seats in more detail after the commercial, but can you just answer, what's going on?
We're in a culture of shamers and victims. We have the majority of people armed with smartphones today. We're no longer afforded that oops moment without risking it going viral. That's where we are today.
I think this is an internet thing. You think this is a culture thing?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
Could you imagine us years ago having those parents?
We're talking about how one moment in time can be immortalized forever, and
Unfairly.
There's
no mercy out there for anybody. Even if you say you're sorry, they don't accept your apologies.
Treat someone else the way you'd want to be treated. Don't let the emotions get the best of you, because once
can't correct your kind of image.
What I like, what and how we use it. We have to learn to check in with our emotions. We're living in contention with your content. Think before you post out there. What are you putting out there? It is a reflection of who you are. And caring. Care enough about yourself to check out if you're about to leave a snarky comment.
Well, and be remembered as that.
Do you think it would make any difference at all if it was a requirement? Say Facebook and then Instagram. Live behind that, and they know nothing's going to happen to them, and they can do their evil.
That is true.
But if you're not
a complicated relationship with milk, pour on the Lactaid. It's delicious.
Like when you can finally be present.
Next time you go to the store, the silk has a new look. It looks like this now, okay? So don't look for this, you're looking for this. Don't say it wasn't there, it's there, where it always is. Big silk on it.
Lean on.
Tom Brady and David Beckham were both judged for kissing their children their lips. Former Cosby.
So we just.
Next at 11, parts of the U.S. bracing for a major winter storm.
Your kind of music.
Flanagan offers up to 72 months no-interest finance. Your new Tempur-Pedic tomorrow with Raymore and Flanagan's free next-day.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from WeatherTech.
The same day she finds out she's a Grammy nominee. And new nominee. President Trump announces the man he wants as his next attorney general, and it's a familiar face in Washington.
Female bartenders, police say she had beaten up. It happened on social media. According to the judge, she declined to comment about this criminal.
First high-level job at the Justice Department. His resume includes 2 years as attorney general under George H.W. Bush. Elementary school where parents, we can imagine, are on edge.
And staying safe.
Because we always felt safe here.
As if parents don't have enough to worry about, Stephanie Ramos says she's now afraid for her first presence of mind to run away. But both incidents...
Well, the police chief actually told me it's not uncommon for them to...
For a major winter storm. Snow, ice, rain, all expected to hit from the Midwest to the East Coast. Flash flooding warnings were issued in Texas and in South Carolina. Residents, they are busy stocking up. They're expected to be buried in snow and ice this weekend. Storm Team 4's Erica Groh keeping a close eye on that storm. But Erica, it sounds like this one is going to miss us.
By hundreds of miles, Jumi. It's going to stay to the south because, in part, of the cold front that moved through last night that brought us a few flurries and snow showers. So we have a dome of high pressure in place, and that dome is suppressing this storm to the south, but it's also keeping the cold air in place. Right now, it's 36 degrees in Central Park, but only 27 in Pittsburgh. Notice the temperatures are below zero up into Ontario and Quebec in Canada. Right now, a live look at Lake Hopatcong, and you can see some ice is starting to form on the lake, and temperatures are cold enough for that ice to be forming. It's right at the freezing mark at Lake Hopatcong, and notice these winds out of the north-northwest at 16 miles per hour. We have 15-mile-an-hour winds right now at Alamuchi, Mine Hill, 16-mile-per-hour winds. So it is a bright but blustery day today. Nothing but sun, but a high temperature of only 38 this afternoon. It gets even colder tomorrow, but the wind does subside, and coming up in the exclusive 10-day forecast, Jumi, we're going to talk a little bit more about that southern storm system.
Okay, we'll see you then. Erica, thank you. A man in a wheelchair has died in a Queens house fire. Those flames tore through the house on Hampton Boulevard in Flushing last night. The victim, we're told, 59-year-old Ismail Sila, is a double amputee. Officials say the fire started in the basement where he sleeps, and he got trapped. His two sons, unfortunately, could not rescue him. The cause of the fire being investigated. And police need your help this morning to find the man who went on an angry MTA tirade in the East Village, damaging a bus and yelling at the driver. Watch this. Cell phone video shows the man stopping the bus and ranting at the driver on East Houston and Christie Streets late Tuesday night. He then breaks off the driver's side mirror and screams, "Let everyone off the bus." But everyone stayed inside as the electronic sign on the bus flashed, "Emergency, call police." The driver eventually pulled away. That man was also seen attacking other MTA buses in that area. Still ahead this morning, comedian Kevin Hart steps down as the Oscars host after a controversy online, what forced him to bow out of this golden opportunity.
I'm Bill Griffith. Also coming up, gasoline prices have hit their lowest level in over a year, but that is about to change. I'll tell you about that, plus another crazy day on Wall Street coming up in my CNBC Money Report.
Today, all eyes are on Wall Street as tension increases between the U.S. and China. I'm Blaine Alexander in Washington. We've got all of that coming up.
And Day of Remembrance from New York to Hawaii, how the nation is marking the anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Coming up today on New York Live, pack your bags. Travel influencer Onika Raymond has your guide to holiday getaway.
And Tony winner Beth Level is taking us to the prom on Broadway, plus ways to add a sweet touch to your holiday spread. Coming up on New York Live at 11:30.
In winter's favorite town, there are beautiful mountains and adventures at every turn. And the memories never melt away. Discover winter's favorite town at visitparkcity.com.
Update your floors with Empire Today's $50 room.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Get installation by Christmas, guaranteed, or it's free.
For more than 25 years, Health First has been here for New York and here for you. That's why our Medicare Advantage plans are adding more benefits to meet your healthcare needs. There's more for you at the pharmacy, such as up to $120 each month for over-the-counter purchases. More for you at the gym, with free access to 15,000 fitness locations. And more for you from the doctor, with 24/7 access by phone or video chat, plus comprehensive dental. And while you get more with our Medicare Advantage plans, you won't pay more each month. You'll also save on preferred generic drugs and visits to your primary care doctor and specialists. No referrals needed. So think of us first. Health first. Call 1-877-739-4288 to enroll or meet with us. Don't wait. Medicare open enrollment ends December 7th. Health first. Here for you.
At Big Apple Circus, behold, death-defying acts and fantastic feats. So what are you waiting for? Join the circus. Big Apple Circus at Lincoln Center now through January 27th. Go to bigapplecircus.com for tickets.
Funny man Kevin Hart will not be hosting the Oscars despite calling it a dream job. He bowed out over backlash from some anti-LGBT tweets. Hart posted those tweets years ago. Well, overnight he posted another tweet saying he was stepping down in part because he does not want to be, quote, a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists. Hart says he was given an ultimatum by the Academy to apologize, and in an Instagram video, he explains why he passed.
This is not the first time this has come up. I've addressed it. I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I've done it. I'm not going to continue to go back and tap into the days of old when I moved on and I'm in a completely different space in my life.
The Academy has not commented on Hart's decision. Ups and downs on Wall Street this week are causing some turbulent times on overseas markets. And at the center of it all, tensions between the U.S. and China. President Trump tweeted this morning that talks with China are, quote, going very well. NBC's Blaine Alexander has more from Washington.
Well, hello to you from Washington. This is a week that started with confusion over exactly where things stand between the U.S. and China, and that uncertainty has been reflected on Wall Street.
Asian markets opening slightly higher today. World markets also reacting to a roller coaster day on Wall Street. The Dow plunging nearly 800 points Thursday before a stunning rebound, closing the day 79 points down. Why the turbulence? Trade tensions between the U.S. and China.
When you create uncertainty like this, and with potential tariffs and doubling down in 90-day timelines, you're going to get a little bit of roiled markets.
President Trump touting smooth communications and good cooperation, attributing it to a statement from China, confident of a deal in 90 days. But on the same day, President Trump and President Xi met in Argentina last weekend. In Canada, a top executive of Chinese telecommunications giant Huawei was arrested at the request of the U.S. for allegedly violating Iran's sanctions.
As we've seen in the past, Huawei, ZTE are national security threats.
It would be like the Chinese coming in and arresting Steve Jobs' son or something.
China demanding her immediate release.
Most of the Chinese telecom companies, especially for those 5G technology infrastructure, they will face some kind of pressure in the next week or two.
Adding more strain to an already tense relationship between two superpowers.
And if you're worried about your money with the market swings, experts say there is no need for investors to panic, that the economy is still strong. Blaine Alexander, NBC News, Washington.
In today's CNBC Money Report, the latest jobs report is out and oil prices surged. Does that mean lower prices at the pump? Bill Griffith is at CNBC headquarters with that and a look at the markets for us this morning. Bill?
Hi, Jimmy. In fact, the stock market continues lower now. As a matter of fact, we're setting lows for the session at the moment, wrapping up what has been, as you heard from Blaine Alexander there, a very volatile week, capping off an incredible week. In fact, the government's monthly jobs report did come in weaker than expected this morning. That doesn't help the stock market. The Labor Department said this morning that only 155,000 jobs were created in November. That is far less than the 237,000 jobs that were created the month before. Now, the irony is that job creation may be lagging right now simply because employers cannot find enough qualified workers. We've been hearing about that for months now. By the way, the unemployment rate remained near historic lows at 3.7%. And we have breaking news on oil prices. They have been surging this morning, up more than 4%. The OPEC oil cartel has been meeting in Vienna, Virginia for the Vienna, Austria for the last couple of days. They just announced moments ago they are going to cut production by 1.2 million barrels per day starting in January in an effort to stop the recent plunge in oil-free cents. That's the lowest price we have seen since the summer of 2017. So enjoy it while it lasts. And by the way, Jimmy, the production cut that OPEC just announced is only going to last for 6 months. So it's not exactly designed to shore prices up forever.
Yeah.
So we will see how the market responds to that. But so far, prices are surging this morning.
Okay, something to keep an eye on. Bill,
Indeed.
thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good weekend.
Oh, have a good weekend. That's right. It's Friday. And that means tomorrow is SantaCon, and thousands of people dressed as jolly old St. Nick will be bar hopping across Manhattan. It begins at 33rd Street Plaza from Madison Square Garden, and then the revelers will be hitting bars in Midtown, the East Village, as well as Chelsea. A reminder for those joining SantaCon, no alcohol will be allowed on NJ Transit, Metro North, or the Long Island Railroad. But Erica, with all of those Santa costumes and the alcohol at the bars, no matter the weather, people will be warm tomorrow for SantaCon.
Yeah, well, they're going to need the extra layers, that's for sure. But it's going to be one of the chilliest days we've had so far. And it's going to stay chilly all weekend long. But that storm that we've been tracking for several days is not going to be a factor for us here in the tri-state area. Taking a look at live storm tracker 4, nothing to show you right now on the radar screen. And that's the way we're going to keep it for about a week, if you can believe it. We have a long dry stretch in store. A live sky cam view of our beautiful plaza and that gorgeous tree. This year's tree, it's very symmetrical, just very beautiful. 36 degrees is our current temperature, but it only feels like 27 because of that wind out of the west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. We really have some strong winds out there right now, and you can see that reflected here in our feels like temperature, and these are the current wind chills throughout the tri-state area. It only feels like 19 right now in Port Jervis, Monticello feeling like 15, feels like 29 degrees right now in Somerville, and in Islip, East Hampton feeling like 29 degrees as well. So we've already reached our high temperature for the day in Midtown and across most of the tri-state. Temperatures will fall as we head through the evening. We're down to 33 by 6 o'clock and then below freezing already by 9, down into the 20s by midnight. So it's going to be a cold one. The winds will diminish, so not as much of a wind chill overnight tonight, but this is your air temperature by early tomorrow morning without the wind factored in. It's going to feel like, the actual air temperature will drop to 20 degrees tonight in Edison and Scarsdale, 24 in the city, Levittown, 22 in Brentwood, all the way down to 16 in Franklin and Hackettstown, and it will drop to 18 degrees in New Paltz. It's going to be a bright and chilly Saturday. As I mentioned before, one of the coldest days so far of the season. 35 degrees in Midtown and Levittown, Brentwood, only 35 degrees, 32 in Warwick and New Paltz, so we won't even get above the freezing mark there. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Not quite as chilly on Sunday, but still a cold one with a high of only 38 in the city, 35 in Warwick, 32 in Rock Hill, and 37 degrees in Calverton. A very light breeze on that day. And that's because this storm system isn't going to get very close to us. Here is what you were looking at right now as far as that storm system is concerned. Lots of rain falling in central and eastern Texas, and that storm is just going to miss us completely, but heavy snow will fall in western portions of both the Carolinas. Temperature we're going to see all of the upcoming work week is unpacking must-have travel essentials, perfect for a weekend or holiday getaway. Jimmy, that's for you.
And there is no party like it on Broadway. That's right, Tony winner Beth Level will be here to take us to the prom.
Remembering Pearl Harbor, the local memorial service going on right now when we come back.
Diamond, the forever gift. The Jewelry Exchange has the lowest prices ever. Half carat $2.99, 1 carat $5.99, 1.5 carat $13.90, 2 carat $19.90, plus thousands of GIA diamonds at insane prices. The Jewelry Exchange Hackensack.
Have you heard about the Essential Plan? It's a qualify based on income with comprehensive coverage, low out-of-pocket costs, and no deductible. Has an extensive provider network with doctors and hospitals 1-888-343-3547, TTY 711, or visit fideliscare.org to learn more about applying for health insurance, including Medicaid, Child Health Plus, Essential Plan.
Our dazzling holiday displays, including the largest selection of lifelike pre-lit trees. They come in all shapes and sizes with the latest technology. Plus, receive $50 worth of ornaments free with the purchase of any Christmas tree over $399. Wreaths, garland, ornaments, outdoor decor, and more. Christmas at Fortune Off Backyard Store, where the magic begins.
The lightweight battery blower. 1.5 carat 3 stone rings, $19.90, and 1 carat studs just $3.99, all guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange Hackensack.
When the big story happens, the News 4i team digs deeper.
Midterm mayhem.
Why Election Day became a disaster.
Every one of the scanning machines was broken.
Bungled ballots that left voters shut out.
Best friends wrongfully locked up for murder.
You're out, you're free. Why not just leave this alone?
This is a setup.
Cops suffering in silence.
If I could prevent this tragedy from happening to one other family, could save lives.
Others
at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum. This is a live picture from that. Well, 5 locations around the New York City area are now nominated for historic preservation. They are the German Evangelical Lutheran St. John's Church in Brooklyn, the Richmond Hill Historic District, and the Triborough Hospital for Tuberculosis in Queens, the Robin Historic District in Westchester. A total of 16 sites across the
Starring Jimmy Fallon.
Everything, including brands that rarely go on sale. Plus, take an extra 15% off beauty and fragrance. Gifts for friends, family, and you. Now at Lord & Taylor.
So who thinks their Medicare supplement plan isn't doing enough? Who's new to Medicare and wants to get it right? It's time to switch for good to Empire. Switch for complete coverage. With no doctor network, switch to a plan that pays for things that original Medicare won't and helps keep you healthy. Switch because you can be confident that Empire understands you and the road you traveled and what it takes to move forward. Join the thousands who choose Empire every year for low or no out-of-pocket costs and peace of mind when you travel. Switch your Medicare supplement plan for good to Empire. And protect yourself from high medical costs. Enroll now. Call 866-375-8124 now.
5 stories in 2 minutes, starting at 7 p.m. It's News 4 Now.
Many days is going to stay to the south of us. No snow.
Okay, sounds good. Callers better get Vaquero with a warning on how you can avoid a similar pitfall. Plus, the remarkable lost and found story of a young girl, $3, and a turn of events that happened more than life is coming up next. Have a great day, everyone.
Greet us in the morning and love them they could have imagined. I can't help but smile. Since it's Bath Fitter, it's built to last a lifetime. We guarantee.
Period. I made an easy choice and switched to Clover. This year, I can just relax and enjoy all the benefits.
Call now to get your free
of original Medicare.
plus my prescription.
Toll-free call.
And making my decision was even easier once I saw
Low Benefits Tea, redefining wellness every day.
TGIF, and welcome, folks. Take a look.
If you have a layaway at the Walmart at
Yes, love him. All right, Emmy and Tony winner Bryan Cranston made a triumphant return to Broadway last night in Network.
Yeah, Cranston plays an anchor who loses his cool on live TV. Of course, we wouldn't know anything about that, right, Jackie?
Have had a career like Bryan Cranston's. He spent decades in the business, 4 Emmys and Oscar nominations. Tells the story of Howard Beale, an anchorman struggling to garner viewership until an on-air breakdown during his final broadcast.
I have decided from today.
I love this character. Howard
past his prime, he makes a claim on the air to do something very, very drastic. But he then goes on a journey that exposes him to life and to what is really important. And in so doing, finds new purpose.
Your character, Diana, she is, I don't know if I adore her or loathe her.
That's what I love about her and about the writing is that she doesn't live in one kind of moral pocket. She sort of has her own morality. She's this
desperately trying to get your information, you're in trouble. You need to read, you need to explore and expand. That's true too.
That is true. Okay.
Yes.
Is your nickname really Sneaky Pete?
So that she would think it's true?
That Sneaky Pete, what's that all about?
Yeah, right?
I need to know more about all these things that Joe
helping us create